This is Saturday Morning Mysteries.
And we're your hosts, Alexis and Grace.
Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Mysteries, where we're your hosts. I'm Alexis.
I'm Grace.
And Grace today is going to tell the last of our Halloween tales, our Halloween-based episodes of cartoons that we love to watch growing up, or maybe not. I don't know, maybe it's something new.
You'll find out.
I think I looked at our tracking sheet to see, not to see what you were doing, but because you put it up. Exactly. Yeah. But I've already forgotten because that was more than a week ago at this point. So that's long gone.
Yeah. What did I do this morning? Who's to say?
I don't even know. It's actually been a long morning, which is part of why I forget.
Yes, very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
So I'll hand it over to you and then we can finish off our spooky season celebration.
Yes, and we're going to finish off with a bang. And funny that you should say shows we grew up watching or not, because this, Alexis, is a show that we have covered, but that neither of us grew up watching. And it is one of the ultimate spooky shows of all time. Every episode is a Halloween episode. I'm doing an episode of Moville Mysteries.
Nice. Cool. That was kind of my guess based on the clues. Nice.
Yep.
And now I'm remembering from the chart.
Seeing it. Yes, precisely. Yes. So I'm very excited. We discovered this show based on a listener's recommendation. I don't know, like a year and 2 years ago or something. I'm obsessed with it. It's so good. Yeah. It's on TV.
So good.
You got to watch it. It's spooky, ooky, every single episode.
And almost most importantly, starring the one and only Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz, exactly.
As the main character, Moville.
Moville, yes.
I guess Moville, right?
Yeah, Mosley, Mo, and then Moville is where
his last name.
Yes. Yeah. So I will be doing season 1, episode 3. And it is a pretty short episode. I ended up not adding a bunch of extra things in it because the slippery slope that would have happened is
slippery.
It's slippery out there.
Very
slippery. Like a little eel out there. Just slipping, sliding around. It's a little slip and slide.
You're just gone. You can't control yourself.
Out of here. But honestly, like I said, any episode of Moville Mysteries is a Halloween episode.
Fair.
But this one, Alexis, has an especially creepy real life element / horror movie vibe / is the most, I would say, aggressive crossover to actual crime that we've ever had in our entire show.
Oh, great.
So, and knowing it's
love that
Mysteries,
from a cartoon. Yeah, but not surprised, you're right.
Children's cartoon to get aggressively into it. And we won't, fully get into it until later, but when it happens, you'll know we've arrived at that point. I would say you'll know.
There's no need for a warning. Or, I mean, maybe there is a warning, a general broad warning, but yes, no need for an explanation.
But there won't be an explanation when we've arrived because you'll know we're there.
The warning that we are going to hit a brick wall of unfortunate events.
It'll be too late at that point. You'll be like Dead Duck in that Darkwing Duck episode, hitting that brick wall.
Oh God. Took him out real quick.
So we start our episode off at Lone Pine High on a Monday morning where the kids are, these high school students are stressing out as some old teacher is passing out their grades. And some students are acing it. Some, of course, are failing. Obviously, some of Hitch, some of our characters obviously fail their test. Mimi obviously acing it. And everyone is stressed about this test except for one student. This student is named Rico. And so sometimes in Moville Mysteries, for those who haven't watched, our main character Mo sometimes just narrates the episode, but it follows other kids. And so today's episode mainly follows
almost like Hey Arnold vibes.
Yes, exactly.
Where Arnold isn't the main character of every episode, but he's there.
Yeah, he's helping around kind of thing. Doesn't exclusively follow him.
Spooky Hey Arnold vibes.
Dark Hey Arnold vibes. It's like dark web Hey Arnold.
It's like the alternate reality.
Yes.
Almost Hey Arnold. That's actually very creepy.
Yeah, that's such a accurate. And they probably were they were on at the same time, I'm pretty sure, more or less.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, within a couple of years.
There's a slight overlap there.
Yeah, the early 2000s kind of thing. Anyways, so Rico, honestly, he looks like he could be like a 30-year-old man. He's not. I thought he was at first. He's just like that big of a teenager.
He thought he was like a
He,
TA
yeah,
in
exactly.
this middle
He's
school
like
class.
super tall, like in human height, like well over 6 foot, probably like a
Mhm.
sophomore in high school kind of thing. He's got a really broad chest and shoulders. He's inexplicably wearing like a sweater vest with a little bow tie.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
he, like, in another way to like put it, how he looks with like the broad shoulders and really big stature, like he looks like a capital A athlete. Like
Nice.
it
Yeah.
looks like this kid is that, like, that's why he's so good at sports, is because he's huge kind of thing.
He's
Like you see him in the
massive,
hall and be like, we don't know what sport he's playing, but he's the best
but
at
he's
it,
good at
probably.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's the physique of him.
Gotcha.
And as I said, all the kids are sweating about this test, but Rico is not.
Hmm.
And Mo is narrating as usual and explaining that Rico, he doesn't have a care in the world because his report card will always just be straight X's, not
Oh.
F's. F is not low enough for
Oh.
how bad of a grade that Rico will inevitably always get on every test that he takes.
Yeah.
Rico is fucking dumb, is what Mo's trying to say here.
It's like X is almost like it's like he's not even in the class, really.
Yeah, it's like an
He
absent
does not
mark,
exist.
essentially.
Expert does not exist.
Yeah. What doesn't exist? His brain.
Aw.
But
So
here's the
maybe he
thing.
is actually 30.
Yeah.
He's been held
Right. He's
back
been held
20
back.
times. Yeah.
Yeah, his whole career. They're like, we'll just keep him as a sophomore. We're not going to even make him a junior. He can't even make it
Yeah.
that far. Not just graduate, but make it to junior year.
At
But
least our football team will always win state.
yeah, the colleges are like want to recruit him, and they're like, oh, never mind. But here's the thing.
Mhm.
Everyone is fine with this. Not only Rico being totally chill with it,
Hmm.
but his parents are proud when he fails this hard and far. As is, we learn, funny that we were just talking about that level of sports, his agent,
Yeah.
his
Huh.
scouting agent,
Hmm.
because Mo
A high
explains
schooler.
that Rico is the dumbest kid in the entire Tri-County area. He
Hmm.
definitely only speaks in like single syllables and grunts, but he is the best athlete in the entire region.
Yeah.
He is so
Okay.
good, in fact, that he got banned from all of the school teams and can only play on adult teams since he was the age of 12.
Oh, wow.
Like he was just
Uh,
too good. He fucking creamed all of the other children that he was playing against. So they were like, sorry, junior high kid, like you got to play in the adult league. And even
oh.
then, he's basically a professional athlete already at
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
age of
I mean,
14, 15.
that's crazy and also sounds, hmm. Well, there's a lot of ethical concerns there, and also
Yes, as
just
there should
like
be.
the
So,
child and for like his health at that
uh-huh.
anyways, but whatever. Hmm.
His
All right, Rico.
development.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also it's like at that point, like this kid still can't somehow get a GED and just like
Nope.
like move along out of high school, but all right,
And
cool,
scoot
cool.
on out of there. No, for some
Yeah.
reason, even though that at every game and in every sport that he plays, because he plays multiple, there's some
Okay.
scout
Not just
there begging him to sign some $1 million contract with a pro team, like skipping college sports, going straight to
mm,
pro. For some reason, even though he's failing out of school constantly, they're still making him get a high school diploma. They're still making him go through the motions of it all.
yeah.
But everyone knows it doesn't really matter. He's just doing it for the piece of paper. Like we see at all of his
Yeah.
different sporting events that like these pro scouts are literally fighting each other for his attention, like fist fighting,
Mm,
brawls breaking out just for
yeah.
attention.
Hmm.
And despite this complex that he probably would have, based on the fact that he's that
Yeah.
good, but also really dumb. Luckily, Rico does not have that. He is like,
Oh,
seems to
good.
be a really good fella. Like, we see
Okay.
him at a game and he like stops to say hi to Mo, Mimi, and Hitch. He remembers the names of all of his fans. Like he stops to sign autographs and like remembers all of it, which by the way, his autograph is just a big X. So like could also just be illiterate.
Ah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
It's like, but
Yeah.
you could just even make it an R. Like,
You could just do a wavy scribble.
yeah, that too. I
Just a
mean, it
little wavy
doesn't,
poo.
of all things. I mean, again, it can be an X, like if that's
Yeah.
what you want it to be, but it's like that's the only letter he has any
Yeah.
association
Because
with
it's what
because
he
of his report
sees.
cards. Yeah.
Exactly. And like you're
And
not
I guess
helping
for
out the rumors
football.
that you're an idiot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, in
exactly.
football.
Yikes. Oh
Just a
man.
little
X's and O's.
game
Yeah.
plans. Exactly.
Wow.
But yes, everyone in town though absolutely loves him. Like he's a sweetheart.
Nice. Okay.
And that's what made it all the more tragic when the accident happened.
Oh God, here comes that brick wall. I can feel it. Not for him, but for us.
For us, there's more than one brick wall we're gonna have to get through today.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna tell you about this accident only in like this minute detail because it's like Final Destination style setup and
Oh,
circumstances.
great. All right. Let me brace myself here. Hold on. No log
Yes.
trucks, right? Log
Yeah,
carrying
thank God they're
trucks.
in a gym this
Roller
time, whole time.
coasters. Yeah.
But
Airplanes. Where are we?
yeah, but you know what? Anything could happen in a gym. So you'll see what happens here.
Gosh.
So we're at a basketball game. He's
Mhm.
obviously playing
He plays
playing some
basketball.
b-ball
Okay.
right now.
Of course.
And we see in the stands some of the scouts start arguing with each other. And part of
Okay.
this argument is some scout or like concession person is walking down with like a big drink and like it gets so okay, so I guess they're fighting, they start like fist fighting,
Oh,
they start
good Lord.
wrestling, and
Oh my
that's what hits
God.
an innocent bystander who's holding like a big soda, like a big gulp, and the
Uh,
big gulp flies out of their hand
yeah.
onto the court, right into the mascot. The mascot, by the way, inexplicably is just a fish. It's like a weird, nasty, like
Uh,
sewer fish because it's Moville mystery, so they're
Mobile
all kind of
Street,
nasty.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lone Pine High. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like we said their mascot name in a past episode, but I forget.
I think it
It's
was a
something
slug at
weird.
other times.
Oh, it was a
This is an
slug.
adult
You're right.
team, so it's a weird
Oh,
fish
that's right.
situation.
You're okay.
Hmm. Uh-huh.
Anyways,
So,
okay, so it
yes,
gets
we've
in the
got wrestling
mascot. It get
scouts. We've
does it
got
get
a
like
soda. It
it falls on
flies,
the court?
it falls right onto the mascot
Okay, so like
and
onto, not like in
drenches
the
him.
costume. Okay, so
Yes,
gotcha.
onto
Okay.
it drenches him. This soda, though, is dripping, dripping, dripping all over the ground, dripping, dripping,
Hmm.
dripping all over the costume, right
Hmm.
into the built-in fan that's on the mascot suit.
Oh gosh, okay.
And
Um,
this creates an electrical short that then sets fire to the mascot costume.
oh my God. Whoa. And the mascot's still in it?
The mascot is still in it.
Oh my God.
The mascot starts screaming, starts stumbling everywhere, including right into the pyramid of cheerleaders.
Stop. Make it stop. God, okay.
The
Okay.
cheerleaders now all tumble, including the cheerleader on the very top of the pyramid,
Mm,
who, of course, yeets across this arena, this basketball arena.
yeah.
And this is when we see Rico, and he notices obviously all of this. There's a literal fire happening, and people
Yeah, a man.
screaming everywhere.
Not just there's a fire happening, a man is on
A
fire.
man is actively on fire.
Fire.
And so we see Rico chuck the basketball behind him, and he runs to catch her, and he does. But
Good.
because Rico is a perfect athlete, he makes every shot he takes, which means if there's an opening, he's gonna get it in, nothing but net. So
Okay.
remember when he threw the basketball behind him?
Yeah.
The basketball went to the
Nothing but net.
closest, yeah, nothing but net. And what's
Yeah.
right near the net? The band. And this
Thanks to the
basketball
band.
falls
Okay.
directly into the hole of a tuba.
Of course.
And on instinct, the tuba player blows the basketball out, of course, and it sends the basketball flying back across the court. And we see all in the same moment this basketball flying across the court, the mascot trying to put out the fire, like he's stumbling around everywhere, fires everywhere at this point. And
bunch of concussed cheerleaders and
yeah.
cheerleaders
Again, the
with
fight is
broken
still happening in the
backs.
stands.
Yeah. Oh God.
And we see the basketball fly right towards the scoreboard, which the mascot is now standing directly underneath.
Mm.
And the basketball, of course, hits the scoreboard so hard that it rips from the wall and falls down right to where our on fire fish mascot is. And Rico, he sees this too. And like a goddamn hero, he's able to put the cheerleader down, run over and like throw the mascot, push the mascot out of the way at the last second. And the scoreboard falls on Rico. Pancake style. Like,
oh, yikes.
He's flattened at this point. He's flat Stanley situation.
Okay.
Happening
good.
now.
At least they didn't show. I would not be surprised if Moville Mysteries took it a step further with showing someone getting smashed by something that big. But I'm glad they left it at pancake.
Don't hold your breath for horrible things that we'll see in this episode. This was just the first brick wall in which, it wasn't Final Destination in the sense that everything could have killed Rico, but more so in the sense that everything could have killed someone, and then Rico's the one who got pancaked.
Well, no, that was very Final Destination style.
Yes,
just like you see the chain reaction
of death.
Exactly. Well, and because you're always wondering, like, oh, who's the person that's actually gonna die? Because 8 different people could have died in that scenario. So. And, oh God.
Yes. Everyone is devastated. The scouts, his agent, his parents are all crying, but still like a fucking hero. Rico pushes that scoreboard off of himself. There's like smoke and dust rising everywhere. Like he's rising from the ashes. Everyone crowds around him. Someone's exclaiming, I think Mo, like, what are the chances that he survived something like this? Like, it's incredible, but like, what are the odds of this actually happening?
Yeah.
And Rico overhears this.
But I mean, this dude's a superhuman. I think it's been established. He's like Spider-Man at this point. With great power comes great responsibility. That's why he's always saving people.
And
anyways,
more responsibility comes to him because even greater power has come to him. Because Rico, he looks at Mo and nods for a moment, scratches his chin, and in a trope that's happened in multiple of my episodes, it turns out, he says, "Indeed, my dear Mosley. In fact, the probability of such an unlikely sequence of events occurring again," and then gives some crazy probability in the millions or billions and margin of errors, like down to the decimal point. So
that's more than just X. That's a big step. What just happened?
I couldn't even write down the rest of what he said. I was like, what?
Yeah. You're like, I couldn't keep
probability,
up.
Probability.
He was too smart for me.
Yeah. Numbers happened.
Oh my God.
And like you, Mo, Hitch, and Mimi are all immediately sus of what the fuck this is, like you were.
Best way to phrase it.
Yes. Rico immediately explains that he has such a traumatic brain injury right now that it's essentially rewired his brain and most likely made him a genius, but he'll have to do some case studies before he can confirm any theories.
This dude's self-aware. Okay.
Self-aware. And
honestly, I feel like that's like a mutant level of like intelligence at that point where he's like
self-awareness.
Exactly. It's like how
like
do you,
the definition of like I think therefore I am happening.
Exactly.
Like what is it? Ergo cognito sum. Like or actually, you know what it is? It's the meme of like the brain at like different levels with like it's like a balloon and it
gets like galactic.
Superhuman.
As I was gonna say, you like see him outside of his body, like witnessing the universe or something. Like It's like
And
floating through space. Just like, I see everything, freaking
I
like
see and I know
Dr. Manhattan.
everything now.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Mo, Hitch, and Mimi are worried because they're like, you just said you have a brain injury, sir. Like, this
Yeah,
is
also
concerning. But
hospital,
well,
maybe?
yeah, hospital. He's like, no, I invented medicine now. I don't need a hospital. I am the
Yeah, I
hospital.
am.
I am health.
Yeah.
And the other folks who are worried are his parents, obviously,
Mm.
but they're worried for the same reason that the agent and the scouts are. Was his injury so bad that he can't play sports anymore?
Mm.
And
Okay, yeah. Yeah, fair.
someone hesitantly hands him a basketball, wondering how bad this injury was. And we see Rico do a quick calculation aloud and swoosh, nothing but net again, baby.
Damn.
He still got it. He's got
He's
a
like,
TBI, but
yeah.
beyond that,
No big deal, but I'm still athletic.
hey, how many professional athletes have brain injuries? A lot. Every
Hmm.
football player.
See, now this is interesting though, because imagine having his athletic skills, but
Uh-huh.
also with that level of intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is actually dangerous now.
Yeah, so is he super human or super villain? But
Yeah.
he luckily, if it happened
Think
to
he's a
anyone
good
else,
person at his core,
yes,
like you said.
exactly. Like if
Yeah.
it happened to anyone
Yeah.
else, could be super villain. Luckily, at his
Yeah.
core, he is a very good person.
Good.
So yes, he stays
Dodge the
just
bullet
super
there.
human. Exactly.
Like that could have got dicey real quick.
Or no one will be able to stop him.
Mm. Like not saying
So,
I would do crazy things if I had those
but
powers,
I'm not saying
but some people might.
you just don't know until you're in those shoes, you know? You don't
Exactly.
know until you're in those
Exactly.
Nikes, you know? What's going to happen?
Right.
So we get a montage now of him acing every single test.
Mm.
He's solving unsolvable theories about the universe. He's disproving Albert Einstein and improving upon his theories, et
Mm.
cetera, et cetera. The classic, I'm a genius now. I'm speaking to crowds and crowds of adoring scientists
Exactly.
and
Doing
fans.
seminars and speech
Exactly. Getting
series,
prizes, et cetera, et
lectures.
cetera. He's on the lecture circuit.
Of
But
course.
his parents are worried because he's studying now more than he's working out. And that means that he won't get this $1 million contract that he deserves.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
another
We get the read.
horror movie aspect going on here.
Yeah, we got a little
Abusive,
greedy.
neglectful parents.
Some greedy. Oh, put a little
Oh,
pin that up. You thought they
okay.
were bad right
But
now?
yeah.
I'm remembering more brick walls that we're going to hit here, but
And
aren't a
also,
bunch of little ones until we get to the big one.
great, great. Let me get my helmet on. Unlike Rico, apparently.
Yeah.
But like also he could make so much money on like the global speaking circuit and
And like
everything. Like
solving the
write a
world's
book.
problems.
Exactly. I'm sure he's on like the Nobel Prize short list, whatever. I
Exactly.
mean, like just yeah, write a book or
He
two
can create
and
a patent on something and just
exactly.
ride it the rest of his
Phew.
ride that wave.
Exactly. And do it all without getting further injured from sports.
Exactly. Yeah, preserving
So,
his body.
exactly.
So his parents, though, they're not on the same page as you and me. They
Yeah, yeah.
overload him with more sports and practice and training. They're trying to get him away from the books, basically. Like, just,
Lame.
and because they're his parents still, like, they're driving him to practice. They're still, like, making him do
No,
all of this
we
stuff.
won't drive you to Geneva, Switzerland to pick up your award. But we will drive you to practice. You're gonna have to figure out another way to get to Geneva.
I don't know how to help you with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
But you can't miss practice. The big game, homecoming's this weekend. You can't miss it. But
Priorities, all right?
priorities. So, yes, it's very sad. All he wants to do now is study, and he's growing noticeably depressed. We see in this montage
Mhm.
his parents break his calculator, throw away his
Jeez.
books, unplugging his
And
computer. So, like, also, by the way, it
it's
gets
like,
worse. Their
okay,
treatment of him gets worse. This
great,
is like,
great.
yep,
Tip
not
of the
great.
iceberg.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not great, but
Not great.
geez.
And it gets worse. So we eventually see this love montage ends up again, him trying to study, doing all this incredible stuff, his parents trying to sabotage it, with
Hmm.
Mo, who finds Rico hiding in the library where he's currently working on his thesis about cold fusion, which he has figured out
Oh,
completely. So again, could be a millionaire, billionaire still.
literally. I mean,
Yeah,
like, I don't even know what that means, so it must be important.
I didn't even look it up. I was like, I know this is a thing that's important.
Yeah. And
And
that
that
will
was it.
make him a lot of money in the future
Exactly. And
if
solve a lot of
marketed well.
problems,
And
possibly.
exactly. Hmm.
So Mo encourages him when he sees all of this to like sit down and tell his parents that like he is going to pursue solving all the world's problems and doing research, and he's not going to pursue hobbies like sports anymore. And like he
Hmm.
actually needs to tell his parents this because they're clearly not getting the message. Got to be an
Yeah.
adult. Have the full conversation.
Yeah.
And
Good for him, though.
yes, exactly. And like credit to him, he does. He sits his
Hmm.
parents down, LOL, and his agent, and tells them that he's abandoning
Holds
sports.
their hand.
Now,
Listen, we're still going to make
now.
millions. It's just going to be in a different way.
Yeah, just a different way to make money, or a long-term way to make money.
Yeah.
But his parents are heartbroken. They're in denial. His agent is like, I'll cut you a check for $1 million right now, writes it out. And Rico, not only does he rip it up, but he tells
Oh.
them that someone playing a sport, doing a hobby, should not be getting paid more than scientists, doctors, or
Woo.
teachers. And I
Woo.
said, Rico, I know you were a good person.
Yeah.
Rico, I saw
Yeah.
it. I knew
See,
it.
with great power does come great responsibility. And Rico,
And
he's got both.
he's got both. He wields it very well, very
Hmm.
responsibly. But
Hmm.
of course, word spreads immediately to all the scouts that he is refusing to continue his sports. And Alexis, they all decide
Hmm.
that, look, if one bonk on the head made him smart,
Oh
maybe
no.
another bonk on the
Oh
head will make him
no.
dumb again and thus make him want to play sports again.
Mm.
So, this group of adults, these agents or these scouts, literally start chasing him down the street with like hockey sticks and violence on their
Oh my
mind.
God.
Um,
And we know they're already
Obviously,
violent
we know they're
as they've
violent. They
been
fight each other all the
fighting.
time.
Yeah.
But like again, he's pro level athlete. He's way fucking faster than them. Like
True.
he obviously is able to book it out of there. But
Yeah.
understandably, he's now on edge. He's really sure of what or where is safe. And he eventually is able to sneak, like, get back home unscathed. But
Hmm.
Alexis,
Mhm.
nowhere is truly safe because as he arrives home, he discovers that his parents were trying to break into his room and hit
Oh.
him in the head with a bowling ball.
Oh my God.
To like bash him in the head with it to make
Bash
him
his head
dumb
in.
again.
Like thinking he was asleep or something like that
Yes,
in his
yeah.
bed. That's
I
a
told you
whole
they were
other
bad.
level. I mean,
Yeah.
like at a certain point, he's not gonna be able to play sports anymore.
Yeah, right. If you bash
It's
him in the
one
head with a
thing
bowling ball.
with a bowling ball. Like again, you shouldn't be trying to give him a TBI at all
Yeah, to
because
begin with.
one is too many, two could end a career a sport, an athletic career.
Exactly.
But a bowling ball, like use something
Well,
smaller. What are you
that's gonna
doing?
be
Yeah, and even
beyond.
saying that sounds horrible. Like,
I
stop,
know.
just stop. Yeah, what am I saying?
Right,
Good
like his
God.
parents are definitely some of the villains here for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as you said they broke his calculator, I was going to say it then. I was like, I'll just let her keep going. I was like, oh,
That's
they're
why
the
I was like,
villains.
oh
This is,
wait.
again, horror movie. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was
It's
like,
like
that's why I said it
abusive,
gets worse.
neglectful parents. Yeah, great.
Yes.
I
So he's
mean,
able to,
not great,
not
but
great, sarcastically great.
yes.
So he's able to, yes, escape his house before that happens. And he sneaks back in the morning wearing a helmet
Good.
because he's
It's okay. He's smart
smart
now.
and also traumatized and in danger.
Hmm. Hmm.
When the doorbell rings. So he cautiously goes to open it. Again, helmet on because he's like, this could be someone also trying to essentially kill me for all I know.
Yeah.
But he opens it to find a very small man. He's going up to maybe like Rico's thighs. He's,
Hmm.
you know, as soon as I describe him, you'll know everything you need to know about him. He's got thick white mustache, crazy sticking out white hair, a German Austrian accent, perhaps,
Okay.
wearing a little
Okay.
suit. I think he's got big glasses. I can't remember right now, and a huge disheveled stack of papers in a briefcase.
Hmm.
Obviously, this is a genius professor, a la supposed to
Yes.
be Einstein-y.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he asks Rico if Rico is the young genius who wrote the groundbreaking paper that he's like holding, like with all of his like disheveled papers. He like just
Hmm.
finished reading it and had to meet him right
Oh
away.
my God. He was like running there while reading it. That's why it's so
Exactly. Yeah, the
disheveled.
papers are strewn about everywhere. And we learn that, yes, this is a professor from some renowned physics lab at like some university, like
Hmm.
is wherever they're located in the world. And he's
Okay.
here to offer Rico a full scholarship to this program. And like,
Mm.
he's hoping that Rico could like come and like continue to pursue like his cold fusion research, basically. And like, the whole lab, like the whole ethos of the lab is like, how can we improve the world? And
Mm.
so, yeah,
Oh my God.
clearly, yeah, he's like, you are our next prodigy here. Like, what do you need? Come on down.
Not to overblow anything, but
But,
you're the savior.
but you are the science Jesus. You will
We
save us
need
all.
you. Yeah. You
You
will save
need,
this planet.
yeah, if you don't do this, we all will literally die. And also, if you don't do this, you might die. People are trying to kill you in your home. So, this is also a
Yeah.
safety issue. Do you want to come with me?
This is both the safe haven
Yeah.
and like the beginning of a new world
Exactly. You're going to
for
found a new
Rico.
world. A new world where there's no bowling. You'll be safe. No bowling balls.
No bowling balls in sight.
Nope. And of course, Rico, this is his dream, the new path he wants to go on. He
Mm.
agrees and, yes, decides to go with the professor. And Moville sees all this from like across the street and is really happy for Rico. And like Rico
Good.
goes off with the professor. He's literally like, my parents are trying to kill me. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to pack my bags. Like, goodbye. Also
I'll
save me,
get new
help me, please.
clothes. Yeah,
Yeah,
also
like
call the
this is
cops, please.
literally new life. Like new
Yeah.
leaf, new life, new Rico. And so, yes, Moville sees him go off with the professor. They pile into his car and they head off to the university. Yes, and Moville's confused, not about like, so what about graduating high school? Like, is he just going to get an honorary like high school degree? Like, not about the details
Yeah.
I was concerned about of like,
Yeah.
you got to sign some paperwork to go to college here. Like, we're fast tracking this. But Moville's concern is over the fact that that university's been abandoned for the last 50 years.
Oh.
So, what physics lab at the university is what Moville is
What?
currently wondering.
How does Moville know this? He just knows this? Or did he
Moville
look it up or something?
Moville
Like
just knows this, and I think Moville just knows
probably because it's
every
creepy
abandoned
shit.
building in town.
Yeah.
In town, yeah.
Yeah.
Moville's definitely
Yeah.
explored that abandoned university before with
Oh,
like
so
Hitch
it
and
is in
Newnie.
town. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought you
of
were saying
like
it was in like a different country or
no, I
somewhere
assume it's in
different.
town somewhere.
Okay,
Either
got
way,
you. That's
isn't
good.
it an
Okay.
abandoned place? Moville's been there.
Moville knows. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially when that's like infamously or like notoriously abandoned.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Not
oh
notorious
God.
enough
Well,
for
this
Rico to know, though, apparently.
there's another one of those brick walls you were warning us about.
Yeah,
That's very bad.
you can be book smart and not street smart. And I think
I
little Rico
guess.
here, oh, we're seeing right now.
It did kind of sound too good to be true.
Yeah,
Like the whole like,
no
oh yeah,
paperwork.
your specific research,
You're
Rico,
very
is
niche.
exactly the thing. Yeah, your very niche thing is exactly the thing that we have designed our lab to focus on. And also
Yes.
we just so happen want to do every single thing that you want to do too.
And we'll pay for us every single
We'll
thing.
pay
We just
for
have to go right now.
everything right now.
Let's
And you just
just
can't tell your
skedaddle.
parents.
Yeah, you don't have to sign anything. I actually don't want a paper trail. What? That's crazy. A
Yeah.
paper trail?
Yeah.
The only
The
paper
only
trail
paper
we're
trail I
leaving
want.
is our research.
Exactly. Yes.
So,
Poor
yes.
Rico.
We immediately confirm Moville's knowledge. as we cut to this like enormous, like academy looking building, like very gothic, of course.
Yeah.
And Rico is getting a tour from the professor who's
Is there like anyone else
explaining,
there?
nope, he's
Okay.
explaining
Thanks.
away that it's completely empty and full of cobwebs. It's summer break. Like,
Oh, like the way schools get over summer break,
like not even the
run down and
janitors
full.
are working
Exactly.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the money goes to the lab. They don't have
that's how
extra money to
dedicated we are.
hire.
We
Exactly.
clean the building because that's how much we love science, is that we're dedicated to
Hmm.
cleaning it ourselves. When we're on summer break, gets a
It's
little,
the whole thing.
it's the whole
Yeah.
thing. And like don't mind, the chewed away rugs and blinds, the papers everywhere, the overturned furniture. Don't look at
Mm.
any of that. That
Yeah.
was the last night of school party. They get crazy in
We went
here.
wild.
We clean it up first day of the semester, but I want you to
Yeah.
settle in
Again, we're just
early.
so dedicated to the lab that we haven't had time to
Yes, everyone's
clean
doing
up.
field research this summer. And
Hmm.
then first day of school
Hmm.
back, we'll clean up. But we just wanted to make sure you get first pick of the room. That's your room, your dorm. That's how
Exactly.
important you are.
Exactly. Exactly.
But there is one lab that's still working and open,
Of
and
course,
that's
they're dedicated to
they're
it. I'm telling you.
dedicated. Who needs
It's
a
the
living
lab.
room?
Yeah. Who needs a kitchen? Who needs running water except for in that lab?
Yes, it only is in the lab, and
Yeah.
it can't even come from the city pipes. We need to be super distilled and clean for all of our experiments, for our
Hmm.
science.
Right.
So the professor brings him into this lab, his lab, which is very organized, completely in working order. And like,
Mhm.
yeah, there's some strange things floating in glass jars. I don't know.
Let a man live.
Let
Let a man be a
a man live.
collector of
Let a
items.
man
Although
be a scientist. There's a couple to a lot of anatomical drawings and diagrams in the room. It's called
interesting.
art, science and art.
And I'm waiting to see what this has to do with cold fusion. Like
We don't know what cold fusion is, Alexis.
this is true. And I'm also maybe we're learning that cold fusion is actually something to do with dismembered body
Was
parts.
it
I
within
don't
us
know.
at the whole time?
The whole time.
The
We
cold
are the
fusion
cold
was within
fusion.
us the whole way. The cold fusion we
The
needed.
cold fusion. Or the kidnappers we met along the way.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So, yes, the professor brings him in. He's giving him a little lab tour. He's like, "Take a seat. I got like a whole lab tour to bring you through. There's a lot of explanation about what we do here, but like, it's
Yeah,
time,
I would say.
Rico." Yeah, a little explaining to do. But he tells Rico that like it's time that Rico, stop playing down his smarts, stop like living in the shadows. It's time that he stepped up and joins the finest minds in science. And Rico is
Mm,
excited because he's like, yeah, I know who they all are now. Like I know who, he's doing research. He's citing other papers.
yeah.
He's reading all these other papers. He's like,
Hmm.
who are these finest minds that I get to work with at your esteemed laboratory and definitely not this abandoned school?
Yeah.
And the professor, as Rico's asking this, rolls his eyes at the stupid question as he's snapping on black latex gloves and says, the finest minds are right there.
Uh,
Duh. And that's when we see that the things floating in the jars are
mm,
brains.
mm,
Lots and
no.
lots
No. No.
and lots of
No.
brains.
No. 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 No.
And
When you say lots and lots, like
like
what's
shelves,
a
multiple shelves.
like
Like
ballpark estimates, like dozens, like
there's at least like 30, I would say.
oh God, no.
There's like
No.
there's probably like 4 or 5 shelves and like at least 2 rows per shelf of brain jars.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh. And as we and Rico see these
Okay.
brains, Rico
Maybe
obviously,
they're donated for science.
me,
I don't feel like that's where they would be, though, in
Sounded
jars on a
like
shelf of an abandoned building.
Alexis is not having the street smarts either that we could have used to avoid the situation. Sounds like you shouldn't be thinking those thoughts. Sounds like you're getting strapped into the chair, which is what now happens to Rico. Is that the professor, when Rico sees the brains, hits a button, and of course, metal shackles all come out of the chair and lock Rico in, including, a giant helmet thing from the ceiling to lock him in place.
Mm.
And the professor starts introducing Rico one by one to the different finest minds that he's going to join. He's telling him about, this brain jar right here. This was a
Yeah.
doctor who was just weeks away from a breakthrough when suddenly his research, all his papers, and the doctor just disappeared.
Okay.
We're seeing some motivation here.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was gonna say something. I was like, let's just get to the end because yeah.
Yep, it's
I could see
exactly what you think is happening here, I would say, which
like
is we're noticing that the room is filled with inventions
yeah,
that the professor explains were things that he wanted to work
yeah,
on, but some academic rival was getting to the answer faster.
yeah.
So he used his
Jealousy.
literally called brain harvester,
Ugh.
which was, by the way, stolen from one of the brains that
Oh
he
gosh.
stole, to
That's
pick
kind of what you
their
get for creating
making
such a
one.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like,
That's one
what
of
was
those.
that? The Iron Bull or whatever, or
Yeah,
the
like you kind of were
one of
asking
those
for it when you
things.
made that. Like, not to victim
Yeah.
blame this guy who's definitely
No,
murdered by
no.
this
Right.
serial
And should not have
killer,
been.
but
Exactly.
why are we making a brain
But
harvester to start?
yeah, don't make shit like
What was
that.
up with that?
And don't
So
call it a
yes,
harvester. Ew.
a
Like what? Okay.
harvester.
Anyways, sorry.
But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's
Yeah.
probably what kicked off the whole thing, in fact.
Right. That was the first of his
That's the first
spree
kill.
of murders.
Professor first
Yeah.
kill. So
No.
so yes, he explains he's his brain harvester to pick
Mm.
their brains for their great
Ew.
ideas. Yes, and that this brain of Rico's is full of this genius cold fusion work that
Mm.
it's primed and ready for the professor just suck right out of his head and take and get all of the answers and credit for.
Okay.
And
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay.
yeah, I don't know how he then gets it. I think he just then takes all of their research and
Yeah.
like
Well,
continues
I
their
guess
research. He can't like suck the knowledge from the brain. He just like the brain is the trophy because this is a
that's
straight
what
up
I,
fucking serial killer. Like
yeah,
the
exactly.
show does
I
not
was
try and
like,
hide it.
no, not at all. I mean, this like 30 brain, like there's only one way to take a brain out of somebody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, when we realize that the body isn't donated for science, like it's like, okay, well, there's only one way to take a brain out of somebody. And I
Yeah.
guess, yeah, I'm just wondering, is he just like stealing their stuff and taking their research and then building the thing? Or is he like, yeah, extracting the knowledge?
It
Because it
seems
also,
good.
yeah.
I would
Oh,
say
well,
it good.
well,
We're
because
so to
also
say.
the thing about Rico is like, I guess the knowledge is in his brain, but this is a temporary situation because of his TBI.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I guess at least that's how they kind of framed it, that it's
Yeah.
almost like a temporary amnesia type situation.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, do the rules still apply for him?
Mm.
I don't know, in a way, because it's like not his natural state
Right, his
of
natural
mind.
brain. Yeah.
So his natural brain,
What
right?
I think
So
it
how does it
is
work for the
that
professor, the serial killer? I'm not gonna
yeah,
glorify
don't
this
give him that
dude
title.
as an
What I think
academic.
it is that he's a serial killer and just needed a reason to
And
kill people.
exactly, to
I
kill
think this
people. Yeah,
man's
he was running
unwell.
out. Oh, well, that's obvious. That's
I would
been
say
determined
you're
by the 30
trying
brains on
to
the shelf behind him in jars, obviously. And the
obviously he's
shacking up in
unwell.
this obviously abandoned, rundown building.
Yeah. His only friends are the
But
brains he has harvested. Clearly
uh,
not doing well.
I would not be surprised if he talked to them and like
Yeah,
treated
I
them
mean,
like the people that they belong
he was
to before he
introducing
murdered them.
Rico to them one by
Yeah.
one of like, here's what
Yeah.
his research was. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say that he's not
Oh God.
actually extracting it. He just wants to kill people, is compelled to kill people, and thus is
Yeah.
doing so and is just taking it out on academic rivals because he never, was
I
able
was
to
like, there's
publish
no
or
way you
something.
have 30 academic rivals, bro. There's no
Yeah,
way.
sir. He
Get
was
out of
like,
here.
publish or perish. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna perish. I'm gonna publish was the
Right. I bet a lot
situation
of them
here.
aren't even academics, probably just like, or like they're like grad
Exactly.
students or just whomever. Like, again, you said he's a serial killer, and that's
Yeah,
just his excuse to like do what
exactly.
he's doing to try to have some sort of reason
Quote unquote
other than
reason.
being just, yeah, crazy, unwell.
Exactly. So,
Hmm.
yes. So, this is our biggest brick wall here is that this episode, how I found this episode was the description literally said serial killer in it. And I said,
Yeah.
hold on now, children's show. Let's take this back.
Also, I'm pretty sure, so the viewer of our podcast or listener of our podcast
Uh-huh.
who suggested Moville to us, I feel like mentioned this episode in a comment one time saying like
Oh,
when we
funny.
were
I think
talking about
so.
how shook we were about it, they said something like, "Oh, just wait till you get to the episode that has a literal like unveils a literal serial killer in
Yeah,
town or something." I mean, I
they
don't
were
know.
right.
Maybe there's more than one episode with the
Yeah.
serial killer. I wouldn't be totally
Honestly, I wouldn't
surprised.
be
But I feel
surprised
like
at
they
all.
said it was like one of the early episodes or something like that too. And they were like, yeah,
Yeah,
they started the show with the serial
which this
killer,
is
you
the
know?
third episode. So, yeah,
So, okay, I think this might be it. I
they
gotta go back
fucking
and find that
started it
comment.
out with a bang.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, yes, Rico at this point, is obviously lamenting, like being like, I thought academia was going to be like pure and help me save the world, but like it's just as bad as like being the competitive athlete with like people fighting over me as if I'm just like a piece of meat,
Hmm.
basically.
Man, that's a meta commentary.
I
Wow.
know, exactly.
Yikes.
Yeah, this episode is deep.
It's
Like a good
really
horror
deep.
movie, it's got a lot of layers
A
to it,
lot of layers. We
a lot of
keep peeling them.
symbolism. Exactly.
Hmm.
But the professor slash killer is obviously ignoring him and instead is powering up the brain harvester, which is basically like it looks like almost like a old school, like it's like a shop vacuum kind of thing, like an old school vacuum, kind of just like a big tube with like a hose on it. You
Okay.
obviously see a clear part where the brain will go.
Ugh.
But
Great.
there's multiple hoses, and on one is, I guess, the I'm gonna suck the brain out device. And the other one, Alexis, if we didn't know that he was a killer to get these brains, this other hose on the end of it is a bandsaw that's covered in blood.
Oh my God.
So to like our comment earlier, like we didn't see him get smushed and turned into a pancake. We see a saw covered in red blood that he's whirring up now and walking
Yeah.
close to Rico,
Yeah.
holding out, talking about taking his brain.
Hmm.
So,
Good God. And also clean your shit, man.
that's fucking
Ew.
nasty.
Like what?
This is
But
how we know he's not a real scientist and not running a good lab is that he's leaving the
what
shit
if,
nasty.
what if at that point Rico was like, "You're not a real scientist, are you?" Seeing that.
The jars were so clean, but your instrumentation
Ew.
covered in blood and
Sitting
brain
in the
guts.
face of real science.
Yeah. How could you? But
Mhm.
someone who already knew this abandoned building and knew that it was abandoned
Ah,
runs in because he's got some street smarts.
of
We
course.
see Mo run
Nice.
into the lab just as the
Just
professor.
only him?
Oh, Mo doesn't give a fuck. Of course, it's only
You're
him.
right. I know, but I mean, gosh, it's
Mo's like,
risky.
this is a birthday present to me, getting a serial killer. Mo's like, I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Catching
Yeah.
a serial killer.
Mo's dream. This is the greatest day of Mo's life.
Yeah.
So Mo runs in right as the professor is actively holding the saw over Rico's head
Mm.
and yells for the professor to
Respect.
stop. And yeah, exactly. And this startles the professor. Obviously, he didn't expect a child to run in.
Yeah.
And Mo has to think on his feet real quick because he didn't fully had a plan. He had like a little statue that he picked up for somewhere in the like abandoned
Bash
building.
someone's
but, like,
head in, just in case.
that's the theme of the episode. Little head bashing.
Oh no.
Can go
Not
a long
more.
way.
Yeah.
So Mo, thinking on his feet, goes, Professor, you're missing something. And the professor goes, a conscience? Which is very funny.
True.
And
Oh
accurate.
God. So he's self-aware. That's
A
actually
self-aware
even
queen?
worse. Oh, demon. That's even
Self-aware
worse.
killer? So
Oh
much
man, but
worse.
also shows that he knows what he's doing. You ain't pleading insanity, my brother.
Mo,
Not even my
Mo
brother.
as
Yeah,
your
I don't even call you
witness?
that. Yep.
Yeah.
With Mo as my witness.
Not insane.
Mm,
But Mo, thinking quick, says, what? Oh, yeah, that's crazy. Safety goggles. Like, you're in a
mm,
lab. You need your
of
safety
course. I
goggles.
mean, yeah, that's true.
And yes, the professor is like, oh, that's right. Like, I could put my eye out with this thing. Like, I do need safety goggles. Like, when the skull
Mm.
fragments start flying, dangerous.
Oh,
Mhm. So,
that's a quote. That's a direct quote.
I wrote it down and I can't remember if it was direct or not, but
Okay.
I feel like
I wouldn't
again
put
we
it
just
past
saw
them.
a bandsaw covered in blood, so probably
Yeah.
yes.
And even if he said just fragments and not skull fragments, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Jesus,
We know
that's
what it
alluding
is.
to, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the professor
Cartoon.
puts down the brain harvester for a moment to go get his safety goggles. And
Hmm.
Mo runs up to Rico, and Rico says, Mo, I know you don't want to do this. I think this is our only way out. You have to hit me in the head with that statue.
Oh, God. All right.
You have to
Yeah.
make me dumb again.
Take the
And Mo is
sacrifice.
like us of being like, I
Well,
don't know if that's how this works.
actually, yeah, I was like, is that, I don't think that doesn't matter at this point because he's got his research. That's what he
Yeah, he's got
wanted.
his research and
Like you said, the
like,
brain is a trophy.
yeah,
He's
it's
not
not the thing.
extracting your brain power, your knowledge.
Yeah, and like you're just gonna give him another head injury. Like it doesn't mean he's
Yeah,
gonna be dumb suddenly in the same way. Like you're just gonna
also
hurt
true.
him still. But they're desperate, especially when we see that the professor has his goggles on and he's ripping and roaring that harvester up again.
Hmm.
And Mo, panicking, does take the statue and whacks Rico in the head with it until he's seeing
Okay.
stars. Rico
We'll
or
try it.
Mo, really quick, is like, Rico, what's 3 times 5? And Rico's like, 84 or something like that,
Oh,
just like,
almost,
oh,
almost. So close.
so close. So at this, the professor is like, well,
Oh.
damn. Like, he goes, this guy's just
Aw.
an imbecile now. But you know what? I do have all of his cold fusion paperwork and research. So like I'm still just
Okay.
gonna steal that
Great.
and you're just gonna be dumb. Like you won't try
Proving
and
your point.
stop me from
Yeah.
this. Like, so yes, either way, he's going after the research. He's just like, this guy's now too dumb to try and press charges against me. Like, that's
Mm.
not gonna happen. And Alexis, Mo and Rico just leave. Like
Oh, uh,
they walk out, they waltz out, they leave the cold fusion paperwork. They're like, that is yours. You're
it's like,
right.
fine, you can take it,
All yours.
please.
We're erase our name from it. We were never here. And I was like, wait, y'all, you're not gonna call
The
the
authorities.
authorities here? Like,
Yeah.
I was like truly just like, what? Hold on
I
now.
mean, maybe it's like 4D chess, and they're saying, like, no, yeah, like, we're so stupid, we're not going to do it. Okay, I'll let you go ahead. Sorry.
Here's what it is that
Yeah.
the professor is like, they're so stupid now they're not gonna call it. They
Yeah.
are smart. Mo is smart enough to play it off, saying, "Of course, we're not going to call anyone. Goodbye.
Exactly.
The
Yeah.
cops will
Oh
not come
no,
get
bro,
you."
you're so good. You're so good. I don't even know where I am right now. How could
But
I report you?
instead, they call someone even worse.
Oh no.
Mo calls the most evil entity he could think of, who would do anything for the answer to cold fusion. Because I am pretty sure that I think cold fusion is like a energy generator. So instead of like, with like
Mm.
nuclear, it's like through fusion and like that you
Oh.
make the heat to then generate like nuclear power. I think cold
Hmm.
fusion is like a version of that. But yeah,
Oh. Okay.
you don't
Wow.
like
So it
run.
actually is
Yeah,
very
you like
important.
don't actually run the risk of like a nuclear meltdown because it
Yeah.
overheats or something like that, which is like
Yeah.
why nuclear is so challenging or like can be challenge or like that's the
Hmm.
risk of it. So
Right.
I
Right.
think that's what cold fusion is. I'm probably still wrong, but that's what I kind of think it is.
Yeah.
And It's someone who would not only do anything for the answer to cold fusion, but would do anything to stop the answer of cold fusion getting out.
Oh no.
An oil company.
I,
Mo fucking called an oil company. And we see men in all black suits slam open the lab door. We see two of them hold the professor down. We see the final one enter and power up the brain harvester. As we slowly zoom out to the shadows of a struggle and the screaming of the professor.
No. Oh my God, no.
And as for Rico, he goes back to sports. And as a thank you for Mo for saving his life.
I'm sorry. No, you just glazed over that way too
it's
fast.
Because I have one sentence left, and then we can settle. We can settle on the oil company murdering the scientist / serial killer. We'll talk about the ethics of that in a second. But basically, it ends with
there are none. There are no ethics. Sorry.
The ethics were harvested.
Yeah, the ethics are in a jar on a shelf.
The ethics are sitting in some like solution to keep them not from rotting and molding, but they're never seeing the light of day again. They're in the back of that shelf there. Yes, as our final line here is that as a thank you to Mo for saving his life, Rico is doing all of Mo's math homework, hitting a perfect B+ every time, because it turns out Rico was faking being dumb again after Mo bashed him in the head so that the professor wouldn't want his brain.
Aww.
And that's the happy ending to this
serial killer story.
Yeah.
That is unsolved, by the way.
Again, unsolved serial killer story about the disappearing scientists. Two, yet another layer and comment from Moville Mysteries on greater societal things with the oil company at the end coming in and murdering.
Disappearing a potential, not even a current, but a potential, a theoretical, maybe not even potential, a theoretical market rival.
Competitor.
Well, and I mean, I don't know how much Mo told them when he called them up and reported this professor to them, but like, if they knew that he was a serial killer too, and they also don't report any of that, like the fact that they're willing to let those other, let's say 30 crimes go unsolved, they're like, oh yeah, we don't know.
They're burning this building to the ground for sure.
Absolutely. They're like, there will be no trace. Leave no trace.
Smashing. Oil companies really care about leave no trace.
Yeah, exactly. This is what they mean when they say it.
Their whole thing. Yeah, leave no trace of your crime.
Jokingly. Allegedly. Satirically.
Yeah, satirically. They're smashing those jars so that the brains also like become gloop in the fire that they inevitably set.
It all burns.
Yeah, to burn this abandoned building down.
What a sad commentary in so many ways, on so many levels.
Is this episode insane?
Like Moville, they were taking shots at like professional sports, at big oil, at academia. No one is safe. No one is safe from the writers of Moville Mystery.
That's why it only had one or two seasons, like one or two seasons.
Every corporation, too many people at the top.
Yeah, every system came out against Moville Mysteries.
Has been challenged.
Yeah, because they took them down in this children's show. This Canadian children's show.
Yeah, right.
So
goodness gracious. Ooh, wow. Well, so I will say, in a few ways, even though there wasn't the explicit Halloween mention there, like you said, Moville Mysteries, every episode is creepy and scary, has some weird monsterish sort of aspect to it. And two, good old, like not a good old, but tale as old as time, serial killer. That's
exactly
something.
Again, our most direct brush
shaky
up
on
with
his
true
motive.
crime.
Yeah, true. Yeah, truly.
Pretty direct.
But
connection there.
Still a little shaky on his motive there. Just again, like you said, this guy is unwell because it really didn't make sense in the end, other than he just wanted trophy brains, and that.
Yeah, I think it's like
that's as Halloween as you can get.
Exact trophy brain. Happy Halloween.
Like, you're welcome,
I'll put some
audience.
trophy brains out on your doorstep this week for trick-or-treaters,
In jars.
in
Mhm.
jars with some formaldehyde or whatever they put in there to
Yeah,
preserve.
something like that. Yeah.
Put it on out. Yeah, so it's a wild episode. I think his motivation, was like he got scorned too many times by academic journals that wouldn't publish him. And so he was
Yeah,
like,
because he's probably freaking saying the craziest shit. He's probably talking about brain
Exactly.
harvesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so I think that he was like pissed because his colleagues in every other field was doing really well. And so he
Because
was
they're doing
like,
actual work.
yeah, so he was like, what if I just stole their work? And he tried it once, but kept the person alive and got called out on it. So he was like, I can't leave a witness. I got to take them down. So that's when he decided to start killing them. And I think maybe by, maybe after the first, I don't know, maybe after the first 5, he was like, what if their brains give me, I think, he's lost it at that point for sure,
but at
right?
that point, and if you keep getting away with it, you'll keep like expanding
you're
on
spiraling this universe
exactly
that you've created in your head.
Your world, exactly.
Yeah, so anyways, happy Halloween.
Sad. Yeah, thank you.
Pretty crazy episode again. Yeah, not explicitly Halloween, but I said this is a horror movie. Yeah, this is a horror movie episode for sure. So
absolutely.
There you go.
Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah,
I think
it's so good.
I'm anxiously eger to watch it.
Yes, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch
I was like, I don't know if I can say I can't wait to watch it, but I'm excited to see how they make this appropriate for children.
I don't know how. I don't think it is.
You're like, I've seen it, and I don't think it is. So,
It's simply not a children's episode for sure.
This is the episode for the parents and the adults. Nice.
Yes, precisely. So between now and next week, when we will start our fall arc, we realized we did a slight miscalculation last episode when we said we'd have an extra Halloween episode. No, fall. Next weekend is November 1st. So fall starting. So we'll have our fall Thanksgiving arc. But between now and next week, Alexis, who should our listeners and viewers tell about this show?
I think they should tell a professional athlete.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll say professional.
Okay.
I was going to say semi-pro too, but no. Keep it professional. Keep it on Rico's level. Rico doesn't do semi-pro or minor leagues. Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Go to the top.
All the way to the top. And then after that, I think you should tell... I'm not going to say serial killer, which is what I thought you were going to say. And I was going to be like, let's not do that.
We don't want them in our demo.
I don't want that one.
I don't want.
They don't want that one.
We're a big tent. We're not that big.
We're not that big.
We have a lot of room,
exclusive,
but not room for them. So.
Right. Our exclusivity or inclusivity only goes so far.
Exactly. Okay? It ends there. Like that is the red line.
Yeah.
There's a couple others in there too, but that's definitely one of the few that's absolutely not allowed in the tent.
Yes,
or
exactly.
we don't actively welcome. We'll put it that way.
Exactly. You are unwelcome here.
Right. So I guess you can watch from like 20 blocks away, maybe, but
you can watch from
behind bars.
You're going to watch from 20 blocks away.
Anyways, if that's where the prison is. So.
Sure. So instead, I think you should tell a scientist influencer. There's like a bunch of really cool like influencers who do a bunch of like great science communications. I think you should tell them because this is an episode about a scientist.
Yeah.
Multiple scientists, some good, some bad.
Yeah. But scientists nonetheless. Speaking of, Bill Nye is in town this weekend too. Well, technically, not even technically, he is from DC, but he is here right now.
Wow.
For certain events.
Tell about the episode. Our favorite famous scientist is
shout to him. Bill. He's a little busy, but yeah.
So anyways, happy Halloween, and we'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Saturday Morning Mysteries.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share, rate, review, leave us a like, and drop a comment. We post episodes every Saturday and bonus tune tangents whenever we feel like it. So please subscribe so you don't miss the shenanigans.
And if you want to follow us on YouTube, click the bell under the YouTube subscribe button to receive notifications when new videos are posted.
And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, we have no idea what you're listening to us on, so just hit the big subscribe button on whatever app you're using. We believe in you.
Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at SatmornMist, all the abreves, and let us know if you have any episode or show requests by emailing SaturdayMorningMysteries@gmail.com.
Thanks to Jenna Kendall for the logo design and to Ava Sakiki for the music used during this week's episode.
See y'all groovy kids next week on Saturday Morning Mysteries.